Yeah, I suppose my specialty, if you call it that, is conceptual art. So I love concepts. So I love, say, a line from a song or an idea or something like that, and then I explore that to the depths that I can. So, for instance, I saw a documentary once on this church in America, and up on the ceiling it was divided into 9 squares, and they said, oh, that's honouring a 9-square quilt that was left on a clothesline to show an escaping slave that was a safe house. And I love that. My brain just exploded with that. Like, wow, safe house. So I did a lot of 9-square, divided up into 9 squares, did a lot of drawings with that, and that was like late 90s. But in a series of, what would you call it, like serendipitous events, I ended up sitting in that pew, in that church, looking up at the ceiling at those 9 squares, probably 12 years after I'd seen that documentary. And from then I did a great body of work that I've had, exhibited in different places around. So, and I usually find with a theme like that, it doesn't stop. It's like I'll start on another theme, but then they merge. It's like the earth coats I'm doing now, the coats I'm doing in the COVID lockdown I'm doing. I come from a really violent, abusive, alcoholic home, and so there was little for creativity or anything within that paradigm. I loved writing, and I think writing is probably my first creative outlet that I can remember. And I remember one time, and I don't know how old I was in primary school, and the theme was dream. And so I actually wrote about a dream. I just naturally wrote about a dream because I used to dream all the time. Anyway, I remember the teacher calling me up to the front of the class and saying to me, "Oh, Jo, you wrote about this dream. Is that a real dream?" "Yeah," I said, like confused. "Of course you said write about a dream." All the other kids have written, "Yeah, I dreamt I was in the lolly shop and pigging out on lollies," but I'd actually written about a dream, and I could tell he was amazed. So it's like I saw something in myself by the way he was acting towards me, and I was only a kid. And I knew it was good. I knew it was amazement. And it's interesting that I was saying to someone the other day, like, we're not designed to look at ourselves. We're designed to look out, and we only get validation for ourselves from other people looking at us. So if people are looking at us with amazement or concern or listening or love or compassion, that's how we get to feel about ourselves from how others look at us. It keeps me going because, like, if I didn't create, I'd be in the rat house. I mean, because your brain's always going over. You can be sitting anywhere and your brain's, even if you're driving along, you think, "Oh, look at that colour with that," or "Look at this with this," or "How would I get that?" Or a work you're working on. So you never stop. You never stop thinking and working things out, and it doesn't matter what's in front of you. And then when I was 14, I left home when I was 15, went to Brisbane. Like I said, our household was just, really violent, horrible. And I started drinking when I was 14, and I was an instant alcoholic myself. I was just gone with the alcohol, My years between 14 and 18, there's no way I'll ever get them in chronological order. But anyway, then the flying arts happened, and that was Mervyn Moriarty's baby, where he was taking art to all the isolated places. It's the most fabulous concept ever. But I always found, because I continued drinking, I was a mother at 18. And that's a terrible place to be, an alcoholic woman responsible for children. So it was a really conflicted 25 years of my life, from 14 to when I was 39, was always really looking for something. I didn't know what it was, and I didn't know it was me. I was looking for me, and I was so far divorced from me. But you don't know. If you're an alcoholic and you're drinking, you don't know. You're the last person to know you're an alcoholic. I mean, it sounds weird, but it's true. But I went into, as a mature age student, I went to National Art School. I don't know how I did it, but I actually completed that and got my diploma. But I virtually got out of there and fell straight into a detox and got sober, and that was 1991. And I found I couldn't create for a whole year. But I found before I got sober, I used to go out looking for things to create. You know, do landscapes and look for something. We'd all go out in big groups. But after I got sober, I was doing what was coming from within me. I couldn't do what I do today if I wasn't sober, because I wouldn't know who I was, so I wouldn't know what to create. For me to maintain my sobriety, my authenticity in life, I've got to just put one foot in front of the other, look straight ahead and not look sideways, because if I look sideways at anything, I'm on the bus back to hell. So to maintain that sensitivity, which I think is really important as you get old, to maintain that yourself. But I love this quote of Ralph Waldo Emerson. What is success? To laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics and endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition, to know one life has breathed easier because you have lived. That is to have succeeded. And I love that, because that is truly what it's all about, and all the rest is just packing, really.